Hello, Rob at Gills. This is your distributor I've got set up for you. As you can see, it's a BR24T. So we go over here to the 190SL BR24T. And what we're looking for is we've got our dwell at 50 degrees. And then we've got our starting advance at starts at get that up here where I can read it. 24T looks like 320. Then we have 10 degrees advance at 940, and then 15 at 1300 degrees advance. So we've got we're calibrated right here. So we're going to switch over to 4-cylinder. And what we're going to look for is our dwell right here, which should be at 50 degrees. And then we're going to check our flashes down here to make sure everything is good there. And then we're going to check our advance at the same time. So first thing we're going to check is our dwell, right on the money. We're down here in the 4-cylinder scale. I've already set that, and you do that by just undoing this screw right here, and then you have a little adjuster that you can dial this in and out and get your degrees of dwell, or of course you can just use a feeler gauge. And right now we're on the low scale, so we want to get the 320. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this on 0. Obviously I've already done that because I've already tested it. We check each of these at 90. So we've got good cam, good separation. Alright, run it up to we want 10 degrees at 940. So we're going to get up here to about 940, and we're going to check our advance down here. It's going to work this way. Alright, come down here. We started at 0. We're now at 10 degrees, almost 11. Now we can go to our high scale. And we go over to 1500. We want 1300 RPM, 15 degrees advance. Now we're on the high scale down here. Five, 10, 15 degrees of advance. Okay, I've got a good distributor. Still have 50 degrees well. Okay, got a good distributor. Now I'm going to take it off. We're going to show you some more nuances about the distributor. Alright, these are very specific length screws. If they go in too far without the washers, then they will hit the advance weights inside the distributor. You have an oiling cup right here, and that oil cup leads to a passageway down here. There's a felt inside here that lubricates the shaft. At the top you've got a felt that lubricates the shaft underneath your cam lobes right there. What else? Oh, also the dog. The important thing down here is the dog. This is offset, and the part that it fits into drives the fuel pump and the oil pump, and the dog is offset here, as you can see, and you will need to figure out if you have that in the correct offset after getting rid of the 1, 2, 3, or if you need to change this. And it's easy to change this. You remove the spring that's on here, you tap this pin out, and then you flop it 180 degrees and put it back together. It just drives out with a drift. It's a very straightforward job. And let's see, to answer your question, yes, I've got your cap and rotor. And these points are very durable. These things last forever. Oh, also fine points here in terms of the distributor. Let me put this in the vise so we can look at it here. Now then, this paper right here is very specific. This paper is part of the factory paper, and it keeps the points from potentially shorting out against the body of the distributor. I've never seen it happen, but that's what that paper is for. Now then, down here, very small, you can see we got the tang of the points slips over this bolt right here. Underneath there is a little teeny, looks like a little claw. Let me get a flashlight so you can see down. Well, you'll be able to see it when you get to the distributor. Anyway, there's a little claw right there, and that's on a metal plate. This is a metal plate right here. And this metal plate reinforces for the spring on the points to butt up against this metal. And it's against a fiber right down here, and then against this paper. And you might have to make sure that these little claws right here do not get sideways and make contact with the plate underneath here, the points plate, because that'll short things out to where you won't have any functioning distributor. Over here you've also got a fiber right here that keeps the bolt isolated from the body. Remember, points are simply an electrical switch. This is an electrical switch, opens and closes and collapses the field in the coil, and that's what sends electricity, and then the rotor sends electricity to the proper point on the cap. Speaking of which, you've got a hash mark right here. Let's see if I can find it. Get my glasses on. All right, here we go. Here it is. This is its hash mark right here. That points to #1 spark plug wire. So rotor's going to be here, be in place, and the rotor's going to point to #1 plug wire. Now then, for some odd reason, they've got a #1 over here. I don't know what that means, but it has nothing to do with the position of the rotor with respect to the timing of the distributor. That hash mark, and when you have everything set up properly, this is going to be in this area, something like this, not exactly pointing there, but it's going to be close. And you want to set the distributor in there to where you've got room to move it this way and this way for adjustment. And if the drive underneath here is not in the right position, you can pull it out using a long 6mm bolt and reposition it. Then you can tell if this is not the right position by the condenser hitting up against the cylinder head too much, or you can't advance and retard properly because you're hitting the cylinder head. I got grease on the rubbing block right there. That's why you can see a little grease streak on there. Other than that, I think you will be ready to go. Got your cap right here, and got your notch right here for the cap. It fits on that tang right there, and then it has a cutout for the side right here. And you notice the hash mark right here. This hash mark again coincides with this right here, #1 plug. So I think you're all set. I got new springs in here for you. You can see the new springs down here. This thing works just like brand new. Thank you.